name is Kritika Yerapothu.
My name's Matthew Bell.
My name is Kailani.
My name is Chris. About Oclef is the fact that we stress having piano every day and a high amount of accessibility to instructors and professors that are highly qualified to help students continue and work through lots of different things.
The school is composed of 4 stages. There's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Stage 1 is for incoming beginner students and focuses on the fundamentals of reading music. Stage 2 focuses on producing good habits for practicing, as well as a deeper understanding of reading music. And stage 3 is about performance. Stage 4 is about combining all of this to become independent in your musicianship. And this format is extremely effective for students because it gives them the tools to reach independence in their musicianship.
So you have like your one-on-ones with your teachers, but instead of just having like these 1-hour lessons with like this teacher once a week, and then the student usually ends up like procrastinating, or it's just there's no accountability for them to kind of practice every single day. They're on top of like those one-on-one classes, we also have Kaizen classes, and theory classes, and all these different types of like piano or music enriching courses that they can take.
Some of the main components of Oclef are, well, number one, they have the opportunity to do one-on-one lessons. But also, one of the key components of Oclef is Kaizen, which is a daily practice session where the student logs in and can have access to a guide as they practice to ask questions.
So Kaizen is sort of like a tutoring session that they can do depending on their level. So it's separated by stage 1, so beginner level, stage 2, 3, 4, and so on. And that gives students 30 to 40 minutes to essentially practice. And what we do is that we get a pool of students that come in, we put them in breakout rooms so they get individual practice time. And then an instructor such as me or somebody else will come in and check on them and say, hey, what are you working on today? What are your goals? The student will tell us what they're trying to do. And then as a tutor, we can kind of help them, give them advice and feedback to make their practice session more effective. So it doesn't feel like it's just an alone thing.
It's definitely much more efficient. That way we can kind of see the growth and progress directly without having to wait the way usually traditional classes are taught.
For the Kaizen classes, I think the really advantageous format is that a lot of students, I think, struggle, and this was myself included with this, is a lot of students struggle to practice piano, whether it's even getting themselves to the piano to practice, or whether it's how to practice, or like getting stuck and then not knowing what to do after that. I think the Kaizen format is really great because it allows you to one, have a set time, like it gives you a class specifically, so that's like that will get you to the piano. Like you're gonna say, I'm gonna go to the 4 o'clock Kaizen, and that gets you to the piano, and you know that for that half hour, 40 minutes, you're going to be practicing. And then the next aspect is that you get to see an instructor.
As a tutor, I can update their account, give them feedback, which goes to their teacher directly because we use Oclef Pro accounts with the students, which is also effective because they're always having, constructive criticism as they're practicing every day. What I also really like too is that we usually follow like a book, but if they have other interests, so for example, I have a student who's interested in pop music, I'll tailor the curriculum to her interest in pop music.
There are a huge variety of other classes that are available to students, like so pop music, musicality, composition, even some theory classes that students can log into. I primarily teach 2 different classes. I teach number 1 a theory class, which is focused on learning the basics of reading music and recognizing different musical objects, so like chords and scales, so that students have a good foundation for reading music, learning music, and practicing and playing their piano music.
So one of the classes I teach is Oclef Media, and so that's a public speaking class that uses music. So what we do is, instead of just teaching students like, oh, this is what inflection is, this is what tone is, instead of using kind of terms like that are typical in the public speaking world, we try to relate them to music, like crescendos or decrescendos when you want to have like more excitement or less excitement. need to have character, and kind of all these different musical elements that we incorporate into public speaking, so that way students can kind of see the relationship between the two.
The other class I teach is musicality, and that's geared towards our beginning level students as they get ready to move from stage 1 into stage 2. The focus of musicality is a lot of different ingredients in music that the student will use to shape their own learning of the piece and how they begin to make a practice plan as they enter stage 2.
Oclef's formula is really based around helping students be really independent thinkers and helping them kind of shape their own like piano story.